Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Bay Area Sports Night with me, Mauricios Stillman. It's Friday night, October 21st, 2022. Let's talk about this. Recap for you. Talk about this weekend. Get ready for that. Let's go back 3 years later since April 20th, 2019. That Jonas show. Jonas with me on Fox Sports reactions. 3 or 4 years later.
Big story that actually isn't a big story, but everybody feasted on it. It was a big Friday topic and discussion. I'll explain to you why it doesn't matter at all. That's coming up here in just a couple of moments. Jonas, Knox here, Fox Sports Radio. You can always check out the show on the iHeartRadio app. You can listen to us on Sirius XM Channel 83 and on all of our great Fox Sports Radio affiliates. Wherever you are taking part in the program, we appreciate a few minutes of your time as we come to you live from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. Where 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. So did you see that story on Friday? There was that story that came out on Friday, that huge NFL story that the Oakland Raiders, John Gruden and Mike Mayock, sent their scouts home for the weekend. And there's a belief that they don't know who to trust, and they wanted to clear the room before they set their final draft board, before the Oakland Raiders set their draft board as the draft is coming up later on next week. And the reaction was, oh my God, do they know what they're doing in Oakland? Oh my God, this team is a total train wreck. What a disaster. God, I even saw somebody send out a "I feel bad for Derek Carr" tweet. That was one that went out. Oh God, the Raiders. This is just a terrible situation for the Oakland Raiders. How's this fan base going to survive this upcoming year? Okay, so the report proved the point. Because if there wasn't a leak and there wasn't a rat inside the building, then how do we find out about this? You know what I mean? Like, the report proved the point. The fact that we on a Friday know that Mike Mayock and John Gruden have sent home scouts because they don't know who to trust proves that they were right. They don't know who to trust. So the report proves the point that Mike Mayock and John Gruden were trying to get across. And the thing about it is, because it's tied to the Raiders, we just assume, because they're the dysfunctional whipping boy right now in the NFL. They're the team that is going to get all the whippings and the backlash and everything else in the NFL right now, because the Browns are all of a sudden better, and so you can't pick on them anymore, so now all you got is the Oakland Raiders. So because any story involving the Raiders comes out, we just assume it's a negative one. We assume it's a bad report. But what they did was prove the point. And I got news for you. If you wanted secrecy or you wanted privacy, sometimes you got to go above and beyond. Sometimes you got to cut some corners. It's never okay to lie to your wife. It's never okay to lie to a spouse. That's never a good idea. It's not okay to lie to your parents. But if you're trying to put together a surprise birthday party, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I've been known to fake a fight in order to put together a birthday party or a surprise. Get them worked up, get them pissed off, get them to think that you guys are on bad terms, and next thing you know, there's a bouquet of flowers, and all of a sudden all the friends are in the living room. You got to do what you got to do. The Oakland Raiders want total secrecy. They want to be able to determine what they're going to do with their draft board. They want to be able to determine who they're going to take at the top of the draft and later on in the first round. And if they feel like there's people in the building that they can't trust, you got to go. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a sign of dysfunction. Teams in the NFL have gone this route before. Teams in the NFL have even gone through the process, the whole scouting process, and then sometimes either said bye-bye to scouts, which the Raiders were planning on doing anyways. These were scouts that were holdovers, and the Raiders are reshuffling their whole scouting department. Teams will do this. So they'll either say bye to the scout or they'll get somebody else in. So this is not that crazy of a story. It's not that bad of a development. But the problem is the Raiders are tied to it, and you just assume that means bad things. And so everybody jumps on it, everybody piles on, it's a sign of dysfunction. No, it's absolutely not. Do you honestly think, let's have an honest conversation here. Do you honestly think that the Oakland Raiders don't know what they want or are going to do in the draft 5 days before the draft? Seriously. Like, this isn't picking out an outfit and you're going to a chili cook-off 5 days from now. This is the NFL draft. The entire reason you brought in Mike Mayock was for the NFL draft. The reason you traded away Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper was for this moment alone 5 days from now. And you think the Raiders don't have an idea as to how they're going to do this?
All right.
Like, don't feed into this stuff just because the name attached to it. Don't. It's not possible. It's not logical that the Raiders don't already know what the plan of attack is in the draft 5 days from now. That's not how this works. They know what they want to do. They know what they're going to do. They're putting together different scenarios. They're having different conversations. And when the time comes, they'll be ready to go. But sending home scouts before come on. This doesn't mean the Raiders are falling apart. This doesn't mean it's a clown show. Stop. The Raiders have left everything open-ended for a reason. They don't want to have any tells. Mike Mayock a week ago, what did he say? Derek Carr's a franchise quarterback. But to sum it up, if somebody else comes along that's better for our organization, maybe we'll look at that. They're not going to commit to anything right now. That's the point. They're going to tell you they like this guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, and then you're going to think, oh, you can't have that many guys that you like. They're not all going to be available. That's the point. They're trying to hold everything close to the vest. And nowadays, when every leak is out there and every report is out there and everybody's got a side to tell and everybody's got a narrative to spin, the Raiders are saying, we're not taking chances. Everybody get out of the building. We trust two people here. These are the two most important people. Go have an Easter egg hunt with your family. We're going to put together a draft board. Nothing wrong with it at all. Not a big deal. If they're going to make a scouting change and they want to be certain that no info gets out, you do whatever you need to do. And for the Oakland Raiders that was sending these people home, and the fact that the story got out tells you that their intuition was correct. There are rats in the building. They've got to go. And here's the proof. I mean, come on, man. Like, the negative Raiders narrative is just such a lazy one. It's lazy. But so many people buy into it. It's just not a big deal. To the vest. And nowadays, when every leak is out there and every report is out there and everybody's got a side to tell and everybody's got a narrative to spin, the Raiders are saying, we're not taking chances. Everybody get out of the building. We trust two people here. These are the two most important people. Go have an Easter egg hunt with your family. We're going to put together a draft board. Nothing wrong with it at all. Not a big deal. If they're going to make a scouting change and they want to be certain that no info gets out, you do whatever you need to do. And for the Oakland Raiders that was sending these people home, and the fact that the story got out tells you that their intuition was correct. There are rats in the building. They've got to go. And here's the proof.
So that's 3-4 years later, April 20th. April 19, April 12th, 2019, 3-4 years later, Warriors. Third quarter right now, 77-64, and of course, the Niners get ready for Sunday. And Raiders 2 next weekend. And then Giants. Congrats with Bochy since 2019 season. 2019 season. Since the 2019 season, I don't know that's the thing. walkout wins over the years. Okay, that's it. This is Brandon the Sports. Which Bochy is coming to the Texas Ranchers for many years. Let's see. That's it, the Barrier Sports Night with me and Minister. We'll see you on Monday. That's it for this week. Let's do all again. News, law, show me this week, next week, show one. But right now, this is Brandon the Sports with me and Minister. We'll talk to you on Monday. Until then, you love it. 2022 Barrier Sports, and that's 2023 up next year by me. We'll see you next time. Bye. Enjoy your weekend. Let's go.